take everything. Joy and life of excess, the price paid is brave. Anthem of the wasteland, no room for the weak. Crushed beneath the wheels of rock.
Just dance by myself. You gonna photograph me? I mean, your parents' basement sounds really exciting, but have you seen this alley back here? It's kind of, dark and gritty. Probably show you all of my best assets.
Why are we even going this way? I've got a nice place uptown. I could get my camera, maybe take a few shots of you. I mean, I don't think you could be in Playboy, but you might be good enough for Hustler.
I was surprised when you told me you worked out of your parents' basement. Would have figured you had like a studio or something. But I suppose it does leave more budget for your dirty monkey whores.
I mean, I'd love to film a scene here. I mean, this would be the perfect place for a dirty whore scene. Filthy.
Do you want me to be your dirty little whore? What kind of dirty little whore scenes do you like to do? I didn't know you could buy monkeys, trampolines, and turtle wax. Let alone that monkey's hanky fit up there. Silly monkey whores.
You want to do it in this filthy alley?
Yeah. Shoot me back here.
Well, I gotta do what I gotta do.
Wakey, wakey.
Who are you? Where am I?
Like to know. Well, we'll say this much. It's not a frat party, Mr. Freddy. Hey, how about you try to give me a little high five?
I can't move!
It's working! Can you take a guess on what is holding you in place? It's not LSD and it's not shrooms. You would prefer that, I know. The device you have intricately wrapping around your body turns all your electric conductivity into magnets, holding you in place, much like the dependency on your parents' wealth is keeping you in their basement. Never to grow, never to fuck a woman that you haven't paid. You are held into place to be my little victim for today.
Why me?
Why not? You are a very likely bitch boy.
I've got money. If you want money, I can give you money.
Bitch boy, rich boy. It rhymes. It works for me. Okay. Now, this is a game though. Because if you can answer my question right, you can get off scot-free.
Questions?
Yeah. It's time for your questioning. Now my clever question of the day is, does giving such merit to human wealth and station in one's life, does this, in fact, make us lose focus of the wealth in one's human soul, or one creature's soul? In my case, it's a creature. Creepy crawly.
But isn't money like part of my soul? Doesn't it make it grow? I can give money to charities. I can give money to churches. Name me one homeless person who can do that.
Brr, buzzer time's up. Now it's time to have fun with ya.
And who's this guy coming now?
Motherfucker comes on your bitch ass soul.
You look like a male Lady Gaga. What are you supposed to be?
Who the fuck are you, lumpy motherfucker?
I'm rich.
You punk, yuppie bitch. Fuck you and your money. I don't give a shit about your money.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna make you my bitch all day long.
How you gonna do that?
Watch.
This puppet spell, I make you do whatever I want. Why are you slapping yourself? Why you slapping yourself? Why you slapping yourself? Why you slapping yourself, bitch? Can't do shit, Mike now.
You give me my hands back, I'll write you a check.
Fuck your check. God damn it. I don't give a fuck about your goddamn money. Oh, yeah. That was fun.
Don't, please, stop.
Shut up. The next motherfucker's gonna blast with you. I'm gonna enjoy watching them. Alright? Until then, just choke on this. I'll release you.
Who are you?
I was talking. I don't like this. I want a hobby horse. Yay! You like my hobby horse? He's an elephant, you know.
Why are you calling him a horse?
Because he's a hobby horse. It's just what he is. You don't argue.
Oh.
You like him?
He's kind of cute.
He don't like you. What you say you like him for? He don't like you. You dead man. You still like him?
Yeah, I like him.
Elephants never forget how he said, happiness never forgot you, asshole.
Happy, you doing good thing. Everybody wants this man badly hit. I'm having fun. Happy's having fun. Are you having fun? You're the wake man. Oh, I'm sorry. Does that make it better? Oh, Happy, we're gonna have to do this again and again and again. The next day and the next day. I never get to have this much fun. Happy says you'll be quiet. Hey, guess where elephants live?
In Africa?
Sometimes, not Happy. He likes to live in a nice warm hole.
What hole?
You'll find out.
Maybe it's over. Please let it be over. Who are you?
What are you gonna do?
Minutes later.
So, what are you crying about?
They caught me.
Yeah, they caught you. They shoved something up your ass.
I don't want to think about that. I don't want to think about that. I don't want to think about that.
You act like it was the first time.
It's not, but I don't want to think about that.
Okay, has your answer changed any?
What answer?
Do you think that your soul is demeaned by raising your value based off of monetary things on this world? Does that demean your soul?
No, it doesn't do anything to my soul. What you guys did to my soul.
Okay. Since you're full of shit, this isn't gonna make much of a difference. We, as being afterlife, demonic beings, I don't know how to explain it in your Richie terms. We don't shit like everyone else.
What?
What?
No, we excrete venom. And I want to give you a taste of my venom.
I don't want to eat your shit.
And I want to give you a taste of my venom. Guess where I poop? Poopy hands. Taste the chocolate. Does that taste good? Let's go for another go round. Oh, there's more where that came from. Taste the Hershey squirts.
Okay, so does our world's focus on monetary gain and physical station keep people from realizing their spiritual station and spiritual wealth?
I don't really know the answer to that. I know for sure that money is definitely a distracting part of our society, for sure. But that's all I can tell you.
Now,
I think it depends on the person. I think there are some people who have monetary gain and focus only on that, and I think there are some people who focus only on the spiritual and don't care about the monetary. But I think there are healthy people who realize that you can have both.
Have a balance.
Balance of the two of them. Either direction, 180 is not good, center is what's healthy.
Does the puppy have any thoughts?
We did that. But yeah, 100%. You said good.
She said good. Okay, you concur. Okay, well thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey Ducks, what do you think about monetary wealth? Wait, what was that? What did you say? Hiss? Hiss. What do you think? Does it affect you one way or the other?
She'll focus on all the material makes it where it's pretty hard for people to really understand where everything comes from to begin with, and that's from the inside.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with wanting to make a good living and enjoy some of the finer things in life, but if you are so focused on it and you forget about the little things, the important things that like family and whatnot, then you've lost your focus on what life really should be all about.
I look at it that I work to live, I don't live to work.
So how about in the case of particular people? Like some people like say, this person's from this place, that means that about them. They're from that place, that means that about them. But when somebody judges on that, does that keep them from also realizing that person's spiritual wealth as well? This person might be, you might not know, but they might be gifted at this, or they might be gifted at that. And you wouldn't know.
I know a lot of wealthy people who are very spiritual, who are, and they know, they count their blessings that they've done very well in life.
Okay, fair enough.
So, but then at the same time, I know people who basically have had stuff handed to them on a platter and expect it, and expect everything else from everybody else. And
ultimately, that probably makes an empty person.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think so, yeah, completely.
Right on. Cool.
do you think that focusing on monetary wealth in this world, on physical station, keeps people blind to spiritual wealth and internal wealth?
I think any time anyone's concentrating on just money, it makes like more of a true or evil come through. Yeah, you do need some money to survive, but I mean, anytime you're just concentrating on that, greed takes over and you forget the more important things in life, So yeah, I think
ultimately, without anything internal, then you're kind of dead.
Yeah, I think so, for sure.
Amen.
So it's a good question. I think probably anything, including material wealth, can be a distraction from your real purpose. You can be in a bad relationship, you can be too poor, you can, there are a lot of things that can be a distraction, and I got distracted for a second. Yeah.
It's
sorry.
the smell of the delicious Hardee's that's distracting.
It is. I need to think for a second. I can't remember what I was gonna. Yeah, and then the other thing is so it's interesting. There's a way of describing those things that get between you and your real purpose, and you can think of them as a veil between yourself and your real reality. You could think of your spiritual reality, and you could talk about something like greed or materialism, or even it may seem like something small, but even like your eyelid is like so thin, and just you close your eyes and it makes you blind. The same way, like an attachment to something material can make you blind to your true reality. So there's a really good story. It's an old story, but the short version of it is basically there's a king that's traveling through the streets of his kingdom. He sees a beggar who looks really like noble. There's something admirable about him, so the king is like, I want to be like him. He talks to the beggar. The beggar says, you know what, you're gonna have to give up all these things that you have to be able to be like me, to be able to sort of walk this spiritual path. The king says, whatever it takes, I'll do it. The beggar says, meet me on this corner tomorrow and we'll go on this journey together. And the king like basically like sneaks out of the palace, puts on sort of like a raggedy robe, and goes and meets the guy. And the guy's like, oh no. The beggar says, we can't go, I left my begging bowl like at my house, we need to go back. He's like, dude, I like turned my back on my entire kingdom, my family, all this stuff, like to be able to go with you, and you're like attached to this one little begging bowl. And I guess the point of it is that you can be attached to something that looks like obviously like a lot of wealth, or something that, you know, obviously looks attractive, but we can get attached to even small things. So kind of a classic story. I guess this has been a problem for a long time, huh?
Yeah. Especially Lucky Charms guy.
Yes, he jealously guards his marshmallows, doesn't he?
Alright, I've walked into a laboratory of sorts. Scanning. Okay, no sexual objects that I can tell of. Good. Oh, head. Anyway, this is Drew Cadaver from Ninth Symphony Circle.
Circle Symphony.
I know what I meant. Okay.
Say what you mean.
The question being posed to everybody is, does focusing on monetary wealth in this world end up where people lose focus on spiritual wealth in this world? Or the lack of knowledge of spiritual wealth at all?
I suppose it would. You would have to take into consideration what people's idea of spiritual well-being is, or spiritual knowledge. Many people would consider it to be the acquirement of monetary value. But in the end, if you look at what is monetary, it's something that doesn't even really exist. We tend to think of it as having value, when really the only value is the paper that is printed on and the ink on the paper. It's more than just a distraction from a spiritual well-being, not necessarily a religious view, but the self, the id, if you will. If you're not spending your time trying to gain money, then your time is wasted in the eyes of many people, and I think that is the real fault of monetary system.